Have you ever wondered just how accurate those little measurements are on your Nespresso capsules? Well, let's test it out and see. Meanwhile, I'm going to make a cup of Stormio because it's a Stormio day out there right now. Okay, so I've got a single espresso Altissio in there, and I've got this cute little measuring cup. It measures ounces and tablespoons and milliliters and I don't know, some other stuff. Anyway, I'm going to see if a single espresso is in fact 40 milliliters or 1.35 ounces. And what I'm going to do is, because the crema, I believe the crema dissipating is part of the measurement, I'm going to let it just sit here and let it drip until it's done dripping. And let's see here. Okay, there's cups, tablespoons, milliliters. Okay, so right now it's not up to 40. It's still dripping though. I'm gonna let it sit here and we'll come back in a little while. Okay, so I have let this sit about, maybe 12 minutes or so. And sure enough, I think when the rest of this crema dissipates, we will have, in fact, 40 milliliters, which is the same as 1.35 ounces. So I guess, once all of this crema, here, that's the crema, once it dissolves back into the coffee, we'll have a full 40 milliliters. But it actually takes up more volume in the container because the crema froths up. Oh, my favorite part, well, next to drinking it, is watching it brew. There it goes. Oh, yes. Stormio going into 30-calorie almond milk. Oh my goodness. I love watching it. Wish you could be here with me and share a cup of coffee. Oh, yes. This is my lovely cup from Nespresso that came with my very first order. I got 2 of them. It was the gift that they were offering with the first Virtuo order. Oh, look, look, look. It's starting to sink down. It's like those sand pictures where the colored sand sinks down through the liquid. Oh, I love watching those things. Oh, are we gonna overflow? No! Figured it just right. Oh, golly. This is wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna stir in the crema and mix up my milk. So there we have it. In fact, a single espresso, once the crema dissolves all in, does make, there, see the 40? It does make 40 milliliters. So Remember though that when you're making your coffee, you'll have close to that, but then your crema could be, you know, as much again as that. The crema in here came up pretty high, but now as it's dissipating, you know, it's taking up less space or less volume in the little measuring cup. So that's why you need a bigger cup whenever you're making Nespresso coffee and your Vertuo anyway, because it makes that beautiful crema, and that could be, you know, an inch or higher depending on what kind of cup you're using. Go ahead and put a little mini moo, which is half milk and half cream, into this Altissio is what I brewed here. And this is like an espresso cup, right? Closest thing I have to it, good enough. I'll stir it in. Well, I don't know. How do you know if this stuff is out of date? Well, I've got this gigantic box of it, which I'm thinking I did not use up fast enough. I know there's a date on here somewhere because I remember reading it. You know, this is something that is a little pet peeve of mine, which is it's so hard to find the date on a lot of these things.
You know, sometimes the date is just, what do you call, like an impression. It's just pressed into the label. Sometimes it's printed. I know I read a date on this somewhere. Oh my goodness. Did I look at the bottom? Let's see here. I think I already looked on the bottom. Okay, I know that I saw a date on here at some time or another. And, you know, it's a lot harder to look at when you feel under pressure, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to give one more look here. But anyway, it's a pet peeve of mine about expiration dates because they're so hard to find. And then some places, you know, they'll put the year first or the year maybe last. Or, you know...
Oh, is that... Duh. Okay, here we go. Oh, gee. Best by 24 October 2020. That's pretty clear. You know what? I had to just dump out that Altissio that I made. And this all is going up. Okay, it said Best By. Well, I tell you what, it curdled up. There were like lumps in it when I poured it out. So I'm thinking that that's not best. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss the rest of that, and I'm gonna make myself another cup of coffee because that Altissio with the mini moo has gone down the drain. We know that you know how things are very often still fine after that Best By date. In other words, you know, it says Best By, it's gonna have the best flavor, consistency, be closest to the way it should be when it's fresh, if you use it, in this case, before October 24th, 2020. Well, obviously, we have hit the date where it's no longer at its best. So that's how that works. Okay, on to another cup of coffee, and you have a wonderful day.